Greetings. I have a little bit different setup today, a little bit informal. I have this new microphone that a relative got me, so this is my first time trying it out. But I've been thinking lately about doing a video about Steven Crowder because I've been following the Owen Benjamin kind of takedown of Steven Crowder, but Steven Crowder's all over the news for other reasons right now. Now, first of all, about Owen Benjamin, not to get too deep into that, Owen Benjamin's a guy that I didn't really start watching until very recently. I found out about him from Twitter while he was still on Twitter, before he got banned from Twitter and before I got banned from Twitter. But now Steven Crowder is in the news because he's the main focus of the new Adpocalypse, the new wave of YouTube censorship that's going on. And this is a very dark thing, a very bad thing, but I have a little bit different take on it, maybe a more optimistic take on it. And I started this channel because I wanted to give advice to young men, guys in their teens, their 20s, into their 30s. And sometimes we talk about problems on this channel. We talk about issues. We talk about the ugly side of the world. We talk about some dark stuff. But ultimately, the goal is to leave you with a takeaway of something that you can use in a practical sense and go away and somehow make your life better in a very practical, real world way. And I'm going to give you, I hope, a little bit different perspective on this new Adpocalypse, this new wave of censorship that's going around. It's kind of, I guess, the silver lining around the dark cloud. So hopefully, without being preachy, I can give you my perspective on it, and maybe you can look at it in a different way. Now, I'm no fan of Steven Crowder, of course, even though I do think that he still does do some good work. And I did a video many months ago about Steven Crowder, trying to expose maybe the type of guy he is, how mean-spirited he can be, some of the things that Owen Benjamin's been talking about. But one of the main points of that video was, to Steven Crowder, this is just a business to him. He doesn't really care about us. It's only business. And a lot of people got on me for that, saying, well, what do you expect? He's a capitalist, and that's the way it should be. And they still support this guy, even knowing that to him it's only business and he doesn't care about him. They still cheerlead for this guy, some people. So essentially, in a way, I don't really care about Steven Crowder being demonetized or what hurts his pocketbook. He's sure made a heck of a lot more money in his life than I'm sure I have. And he doesn't care about me, so in a way I don't care about him. But of course I care about this because even though he's kind of the high-profile one that's getting taken down, all my favorite creators, people out there seeking truth, people out there putting in alternative ideas into the world, people trying to present intelligent and thoughtful ideas and have real conversations. These are the people that are really being hurt, much more than him. This guy, he's made a lot of money, and he's still going to make a lot of money off of sponsorship, but there's a lot of really great people out there, a lot of really great creators being hurt by this. Now, me, over on my main channel, something that's concerned me is, well, I've just become a father, and I have kind of a vlogging channel, and it's going in the direction of me kind of focusing on my family in these vlogs, being a father, trying to help out other dads and give advice to other dads, and hopefully present a good look at what a normal functioning family is like. We're not trying to say we're perfect, but trying to be good role models and show people this experience of being a dad. Now, about a month ago, they disabled comments on videos featuring minors. Well, now I have a minor. I have a new baby. So I have to wonder if that's going to happen to me. That's something that I've been concerned about lately. Because as a creator, it's not all about money. You also love those kudos. You love those feedback of people seeing your creation. And I've been a long-time artist, aside from even a YouTuber. I've been on YouTube since 2006. My original channel getting deleted because a TV station in the Philippines claimed copyrights against some of my videos. They got the channel deleted. Then I started over again in 2007 with my main channel. And speaking of demonetization, my top video on my main channel has over 200 million views. That's way more. That's like double what the Super Bowl gets in viewership. My most popular video I haven't made anything from it. I never have, because it was demonetized as soon as I uploaded it. And that was about 9 years ago because they marked it age restricted and they don't allow ads to run. So I have a video with over 200 million views, haven't made a single penny from this video, yet they can post up all these disgusting Miley Cyrus videos, Madonna videos, Jimmy Kimmel videos, and those all have premium ads running on them. But here's my take on this demonetization thing. I've been wondering for a long time now, what's going to be the final straw that gets people sick enough to where they want to leave YouTube and they're willing to go to an alternative platform, whether it's BitChute, whether it's something else. And to me, I don't think this is it, but we're getting closer. People are finally going to start waking up. Hey, we're just going to have to go other places. And of course, that's easier said than done, especially if you followed the situation with Gab, where they said, well, if with Twitter, oh, well, if you don't like it, build your own. Well, then someone did, and then they had all these problems with their domain registrar kicking them off. And that's like, well, then you have to start your own domain hosting thing, your own domain register. And then, like, with PayPal and the banks, like, it's to the point of, well, they say, well, if you don't like it, start your own. But then it gets to the point of, well, it's like you have to do something impossible by starting your own internet and starting your own banks, and obviously that's not realistic even for most of these big companies. But ultimately, I think something good is going to come out of this, because this isn't the thing yet where people are going to jump ship from YouTube, but we're edging closer to it. And the reason is because you have to get a lot of people to jump ship, and people that are into smart ideas, thoughtfulness, that's such a minority in this world. The majority of people in this world are probably stupid, probably very low IQ people. And who is YouTube aimed for? Their primary target of the majority of people that spend time on their website, they're kids, ages probably 8 to 20 years old. And that's who they want because they spend more watch time minutes on their website. But the bright side is, I think that we're getting closer to where we don't have to fight with this particular corporation of, oh, please allow me to do what I want on your website. When you try and I'm kind of guilty of this myself, but when you try and build your basis, your business, or your platform on something that someone else owns, it's like building a house on land that someone else owns. They can take it away from you at any time. And like I said, I've been on YouTube a long time. I remember almost 10 years ago, someone got demonetized for seemingly no reason whatsoever. And when they tried to go in the forums and get a hold of a YouTube employee, when they finally got a hold of someone that works for YouTube, their answer was, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket. That's what they're saying to someone that left their more secure regular job. And as much as they like to talk about being pro-creator, that really, a light bulb went off in my head. If an actual YouTube employee told one of their creators that gave up their job and was making a decent living, that suddenly got demonetized, that, well, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket. That tells you a lot about this, and that was years ago. But there's another component to this that I won't get too much into, but recently I became a Christian. It's related to becoming a new father. That really spurred all this. And as a Christian, and I'm a new Christian, I'm no one, I haven't earned the right to preach to you, and I'm not going to try and preach to you or convert to you, but my philosophy is, as a Christian, I believe that God has a plan. And I believe that there's always that in this world, not the afterlife necessarily, but in this world, a lot of the reason we're here is for this struggle. I recently heard a priest give a sermon, and he said that God and the angels up in heaven, they love to watch us fight. Whether that's a physical fight, maybe on a battlefield trying to fight for a just war, which maybe there's not many of, or whether it's trying to fight someone in a parking lot that tried to harm someone else, or whether it's even just trying to fight internal demons with yourself if someone's trying to overcome drug addiction, pornography addiction, whatever, trying to fight with that kind of internal struggle. It could just be as simple as that. God and the angels up in heaven, to them, that's like watching a sporting event. That's like watching a UFC fight. They cheer and they have a good time watching that fight. So as Christians, we're not meant to be meek. I know a lot of Christians, especially in America, they become so wimpy, and that's what really turns off a lot of young guys to Christianity. But I believe that God ultimately has a plan, and this is part of it. And I know Google seems like this insurmountable thing. It seems like something that can't be beat. But even in my lifetime, if you're my age, you remember MySpace. You remember when MySpace was the most popular website on the entire internet. And now where is it? So anything can happen in this world, even though these corporations are winning battles and there's a lot of bad things that are happening in the world. Ultimately, somehow I think it's going to work out, and I think that this is just another step closer where it seems like something so bad is happening, and I'm not going to deny that it is bad, but it's like God forcing things to go further. It's just escalating things to where they get to the point where real change can actually happen. Even in our own personal lives, we have to somehow get out of our comfort zone, and a lot of us, we're not willing to do that. We don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So sometimes something has to happen, and something that seems really bad, but later on down the road, it seems like a blessing in disguise. So just hang in there. All we can do is try and explore alternate platforms and try and turn other people on, let other people know about good places where they can go, where they can hear free thought, free ideas. Because in 2019, it's obviously not YouTube, and YouTube's totally okay with that, especially with the elections coming up. There's a lot of things that they don't want, even on these family vlogs, where they want to silence the comments. It's not about protecting children, obviously. I don't know who believes that, who's dumb enough. Surprisingly, a lot of people are dumb enough to believe that. But it's about silencing the conversation, because even in the comments, there's so many ideas that are spread and so many people being influenced, not even from the video creator, but just other people leaving thoughts and ideas, typing them into that comment section. And they've talked about a couple months ago removing the dislike button from YouTube, which is funny because obviously what's the most disliked video in the history of YouTube? It's a video that they produced themselves, so of course they might want to get rid of that. So, but you guys can leave your thoughts. I'm just here to say, hang in there, guys. I think that even though I woke up to this news and it seems very dire, something good is going to happen. We don't know what, but just hang in there. But you can leave your thoughts down below, and you can check out my other video, whether you want to see the one about Steven Crowder or any of the other videos that I uploaded here for you guys. See ya.